So, with complete disregard for the love that Jordan and Sarah share, their common interests in the last 8 years they've spent together, through the hard times and the good, I would also like to thank myself, as I take full credit for this marriage. For if we had not taken those crappy jobs at Wilkinson's, you two would never have met. I've known Sarah for almost 10 years. From the first moment I met her, it was an instant warmth. She's relatively shy and unassuming, yet very personable and with a very kind heart. She also has a wicked sense of humour, which helped me get through our time at Wilkinson's, but I'm sure it got me into trouble a few times too. I thank you and congratulate you for making Jordan a very happy man. Now on to Jordan. First time I met Jordan was over 20 years ago. We were very small, or at least I was small. I honestly don't ever remember Jordan being small. It was our first day at school, and both of our mothers had left us with longish hair and a massive resemblance to many of our female classmates. With this in common, we instantly hit off a friendship, and we've never looked back. The early years were spent playing childish games, and when I look back on our relationship today, I can see not a lot has changed. One of my first memories of Jordan was our handyman skills, coupled with the genuine belief that we were qualified builders and carpenters by the age of 5. We would regularly play around my house, and being small in the Sosen household was to our disadvantage. Dan, Nathan and Matt would pick on you, and their younger sister Josh would always steal your toys. Anyway, we made use of all my dad's tools and leftover wood, and with worryingly low supervision, we would construct all manner of extraordinary items. And I remember this one day we made, and I use this term loosely, a boat. And this boat consisted of a single piece of ply with a plank nailed through the middle, and a towel was supported on there as a sail. And well, we lugged it down at 5 years old. We lugged this boat down Horsley Park and to the pond on the golf course. And we let it sail. But before we did that, we put one of Jordan's favourite soft toys on there. I was far too smart to let one of mine go. Around 2 metres from the bank, it was sinking. And as we watched it submerge to a watery grave, Jordan didn't stop crying for 5 days, as far as I can remember. And it's taken nearly 20 years, George, but I went in that pond. There's your soft toy back. So Jordan may have grown up a bit now, but in doing so, as I'm sure many of you in this room will agree, he's acquired a list of misdemeanours to his name, the length of good his manhood. Finding it taller than an easy task in preparing this speech, but I don't really agree with, because there's too many stories to choose from, Jordan. And I can assure you that every single one of them are true. I've chosen a couple of my favourites that I'd like to share with you today, ones that Jordan, myself and our great group of friends remember very fondly. The first is an example of Jordan's worrying memory. I liken it to a goldfish swimming around a bowl once and doing it over and over each time. I think it's an entirely new experience. You may think I'm being cruel, but after hearing this you will understand. Back in 2005, we excitedly took our first lads' holiday in off-season Porto del Carmen, Lanzarote. A favourite British retirees. Into the middle of our holiday, we'd all decided to spend a day on the beach and try and get a bit of a tan. While some of the lads were frolicking in the sea, a few of us had held back, and noticing Dean's absence, Lynchy and I encouraged Jordan to dig a hole and cover Dean's towel over it, so when he came back he was being engulfed by this hole. So we dug this ginormous hole, laid a towel over it, and after an agonising wait, the lads hadn't come out of the sea, so we thought we'd join them. We went into the water, had a play around, and we all came back up the beach together. Next thing you know, I turn around, Jordan's stuck in a hole, towel down there, he put his own bloody towel on there. As the sand swallowed the majority of his body, there were eruptions of laughter from all close to the incident. Dean laughed along with the rest of us, unaware of his lucky escape. George was left with nothing more than a huge dent in his dignity. While on the same holiday, for reasons unbeknown to man, we purchased an inflatable sex doll. Big Bertha was her name. Capo and Lynchy persuaded Jordan it was an excellent idea to bring Big Bertha into the swimming pool for this family-friendly complex. 5 minutes later, a very naive and sheepish-looking Jordan appeared from the apartment, bombed into the pool with his inflatable friends. Parents started to cover their children's eyes. Gasps of disgust surrounded the pool. And I have to be honest, we all joined in. We said, Jordan, I can't believe what you're doing. This is completely inappropriate. But very sheepishly, he shied back up to the room and put Bertha back. And came back, frothing at the mouth, red, crying. He always cries when he's angry. And handed out an equal share of chest sticks. And Jordan, I think it's only appropriate now if we reunited with Big Bertha. In fact, it's wholly inappropriate. Meet Big Bertha. Bring us out.
Skinny Bertha.
Sorry, children. Another cover your eyes moment. Yeah. Another favourite of mine with Jordan is, well, he was on Horsley Park Golf Course again. He seems to have a history of misdemeanours there. We'd gone into the shop. We were about 14 years old. We always used to go and get a drink from there. And one day, there was this item. It was obvious to most people what it was. He was propping the door open, lying there on the floor. Anyway, Jordan picked it up. The door slammed behind him. He said to the guy, "Excuse me, mate, I found this on the floor." There was a look of disbelief. The attendant of the golf course looked at him and said, "Yeah, mate, it's a doorstop." So, George, true to form, I want you to familiarise yourself with this. Despite being so naive, and to put it bluntly, quite often downright stupid, the boys and I always think he was a gentle giant, with a heart of gold, and we love you dearly for it. Growing up in Coventry, it's been handy to have a friend twice the size of everyone else. And for the most part of our lives, we've looked upon you as our protector. Whether you had to deal with chest sticks or threatened to shove a spoon up someone's arse, or scaring off the QPR hooligans who threw a burger in your eye. Your tactic of shedding tears and wailing would always scare most people off, for which we were always grateful. I'm sure married life won't change that. So Sarah, if he starts blubbering and roaring, don't believe any of it. He's a big pussycat. He's still a lovely, generous and kind and thoughtful Jordan, who we all love. I wish you and Sarah a long and prosperous marriage, full of happiness and much laughter. Before I offer toast to Jordan and Sarah, I'd like to leave you with a thought, and that is that you don't choose to marry someone that you can live with, you marry someone that you can't live without. And in this case, these two really have met the right pair. So, toast to Jordan. Riding through.
Jordan and Sarah.
Jordan and Sarah.